Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm like so ready to do this reading with you all. I feel like the energies have been like a lot. I almost want to catch my breath now, but I feel like there's been so much like rapid movement, rapid change, and I just keep hearing like school of life. Feels like lots of learning for the collective right now. So I'm ready to see what messages, spirit, and advice, what spirit wants to bring forward. So thank you for being here. I absolutely love getting to do this. It's a huge blessing to be able to show up and channel these messages. Also, if you're new here, welcome. Happy to have you. I'm Whitney. I channel divine messages. I use tarot oracle and these archetype cards that I've been using. They've been so amazing for channeling spirit messages. So we're going to move in with the archetype cards. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for showing us what's in the greatest and highest good of all concerned. What is the advice? What archetypes do you want us to see for ourselves? Okay, you guys. So the first one out is Seeker. Can you see that? Okay. So, the light attribute of this archetype is a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. The shadow attribute is an inability to commit to a path once found. Okay, so going off of the light attribute so far, what I feel like Spirit is talking about. So, in the card, you can kind of see it's a person, they're in the desert, right? It's giving 40 days and 40 nights kind of vibe. Basically, going out on a journey, a mission, a new path. There's mountains in the distance. You see, like the sun is the sky is lit up by the sun. So there's a lot, and there's even footprints in the sand. So this is giving like you are on a new path, a new journey. It definitely feels like a journey though, and it's giving like journey man. So it's not something that's like pops in overnight, like a one and done energy. This person has like a knapsack on, a walking stick. They even have a blanket covering their head or some kind of a wrap covering their head. So it gives this feeling of like it's hot in the desert. The desert sun is beating down, so it's not giving that the journey is going to be easy, but it feels like it's very much so worth the journey. Like it's worth getting there. This person, it feels like they are on a mission, and it says a thirst for wisdom and truth wherever you are. So I feel like God is really taking you somewhere right now, and it does feel like a new land, right? It almost gives like land of milk and honey, like from out of the Bible. It feels like there is a promised land, like there is a destination that you are headed towards, but the journey is kind of what's up on deck right now. And I think, like I was saying in the beginning before I started pulling the cards, I think that's why the energy has felt so transformational and so school of life ish, because a lot of people in the collective are going to the next level, right? So everyone they're on a different kind of place on the path and on the journey. So what might be ascension for one person might look very different for ascension and next level for another person. But there is a search for wisdom. So I'm getting like higher learning new things, being trained. Some of you might be entering into programs of study, or it could be like the next level up in a current position that you're already working in. The next archetype card that popped out was the poet. The light attribute is expresses soul insights in symbolic language. The shadow attribute is turns a lyric gift into a negative or destructive effect. Can you see? Sorry, my light is like really bright, so might be kind of glaring off of the material on the cards. So with the poet, there's something in here about self-expression. Self-expression communication. It says expresses soul insights. So for some of you, definitely you might have the gift of gab. Like you might be somebody who works from literally, you could do poetry, you could do like some sort of spoken word, or this could also just be Spirit's way of working with you on your communication in terms of speaking from a heart chakra level is what I'm getting when it says expresses soul insights, symbolic language. So you might be interpreting things as well right now. That could be part of this next level, is going to the next level of interpreting whatever it is that you're receiving in spirit. It does feel like a spiritual nature given the seeker card and the poet card. Okay. Any other archetypes that want to come through, Spirit? Okay, 2 more. Interesting. Okay, so you got mentor. Mentor light attribute is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So a lot of you are working with other people, kind of in a teacher or a mentorship role. You could actually work as a teacher in a school, like if we're talking like literal, but you could also, there's so many different ways that you could be showing up as a mentor for other people. Passing on wisdom, refining a student's character. The shadow attribute is an inability to allow the students to move on to the role of master or imparting false instruction. Yeah, that one, I'm not too worried about the shadow attribute. It's good to be aware of. Let me just show you that one actually. So there's like student and teacher. That's the mentor card. The 4th archetype card that popped out is called the destroyer. So the light attribute is releasing what is potentially destructive and preparing for a new life. So there it is. The shadow attribute is intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So it's like a volcano, but it kind of does remind me of like the tower in the tarot. So when I see the mentor and the destroyer, it's like Spirit really is taking you to a new level of what it is that you do. Okay, so you might actually be looking at going towards a new opportunity here. Maybe there's a promotion that's been offered, or somebody has stepped forward and noticed something in you right now, or you're creating an opportunity and kind of following in and up on an opportunity here. But whatever this opportunity is, it's like calling for some refinement within you. I'm seeing through this poet card. So the way that you express yourself, and the not just express yourself, but the way that you express your craft or whatever it is you're teaching or guiding and mentoring other people through. There's also with this destroyer card a call to release things that are of a lower vibrational nature. Okay, so it almost feels like a little bit of shadow work. If there's any kind of foundational aspects within you, almost kind of get like if the death card were to show up, there's a rebirth aspect of this that Spirit wants you to continue to come around to full circle. So, any aspects of how you deal within yourself, whether it's how you talk to yourself, whether it's how you address your emotions, or if there's a lack of doing that, that's what this is talking about. Anything around self sabotage, anything around destructive patterns, if you have any issues around codependency with other people, relationship partners, lack of self worth or confidence, all of that is being uprooted and reformed and transformed and dying off to be reborn for you on this new path. Whew. So that's the message coming through the archetype cards. Boy, I really love these archetype cards. I mean, they give a whole message even before even going into the tarot. Okay, Spirit, what is the advice here for the collective? Thank you so much. These messages for the greatest and highest good of all concerned. Okay, Queen of Swords just tried to pop out. She kind of like saw her little head there. Okay. Wow. I got the chills. So here you are, my dear, the Empress. Okay. The sun shines in all of her glory here. There is a magnetism that's happening with you. Whatever it is you're doing in terms of this work of like the destroyer archetype, like letting destructive patterns and habits kind of, you're moving away from that, you're working on that. You're also stepping into um, this seeker archetype here with the wisdom and the divine feminine energy and kind of like a sense of allowing. Whenever I get the Empress card, that's like one of the first things that comes into my soul is this sense of allowing things to unfold. You might be really learning how to do that in a very big and powerful way right now, like not trying to move from the space of the masculine energy of 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 like overly planning or yes, there's leadership, but it's like kind of like a different energy. Let's see what else. But it's really good to see you show up as the Empress. You're probably being noticed. You're probably being recognized for things that you do naturally, is what I'm getting. Okay. We've got a lot of cards here. Okay. So, Ace of Cups here. There's definitely an emotional and heart chakra renewal happening right now. You do have the Tower, so that double confirms, kind of like with the Destroyer archetype. Balance with the Justice. Can you see? Okay. You also have a King of Cups figure here. Okay. And then, actually, none of my cards are really in reverse, but for whatever reason, this one came out in reverse. That's the Hanged Man. And then you have the Lovers. It's a lot of cards, right? And then the 10 of Cups with the 5 of Cups. Okay, so look, it looks like you might have been dealing with a love partner here. It could have been a water sign person, a King of Cups. That's literally what's just showing up. But Spirit's talking about some kind of karmic balance that's wanting to come into play. With the Hanged Man in reverse, it's like Spirit is saying there needs to be a different way to look at this moving forward. So I don't know that if there was something that kind of fell apart with you and this individual. Um, Maybe you thought this was going to go in a different way because we have the 10 of Cups here with the 5 of Cups. It looks like there's somebody who's really stressed out about this 10 of Cups energy. And so it's kind of hard to say exactly what happened here with you and this other person. I'm not seeing like 10 of Swords, so I'm not exactly seeing that there was a backstabbing situation. Usually 10 of Swords is like when something really very betrayal-esque happened. I'm not necessarily seeing that, at least not so far. But I am seeing that there's an opportunity here with the Ace of Cups to come into a greater sense of renewal, but it doesn't seem like it's necessarily renewal, like coming together with this person. Let me just get a piece of clarification. With the Hanged Man in reverse, it feels like Spirit's wanting you to look at this in a different way, and use this as a launching pad to come into the Lovers. For me, is spiritual union within oneself. I usually get, I don't get partnership for the Lovers when I read. That's more of like 2 of Cups. So there's a different way to go about getting karmic justice is the vibe that I'm getting. And the Hangman for me is like a spiritual ascension. It's like it's an inaction card. So it's like instead of trying to take action, oneself trying to take action or create any kind of outcome or karmic justice or trying to see something full circle, the Hangman is more about pausing, tuning in with Spirit and getting a different perspective. So I don't know if you've been feeling that energy around this person, or if this has been coming up, you've been thinking about it, but it does feel like there's an opportunity for renewal, but it's like renewal has to happen within the self. Now, I don't know if that's going to then lead to an actual renewal with this person, like in the physical world, but that doesn't seem to be the point of what's come up here. The point is like whatever was torn down, whatever structures were torn down here with the Tower, it was to serve the greatest and highest good of all concerned with you and this individual here, this King of Cups. So it's like, instead of feeling like this, right? Like, oh, this didn't work out. And of course, it doesn't have to be a water sign. You take it how it resonates, whatever sign this person was. They are showing up as a king. So their attributes are a little bit more graduated. They're not coming in as like a page or a knight or something like that. This person does seem like, they are graduated in some way, but for some reason there was a tower here with you guys. It just didn't work out. And what I'm getting even is it probably just wasn't aligned for your path to continue on in union with this person, at least not right now. What's the advice, Spirit? So another kind of, yeah, okay, so Four of Swords, that all kind of checks out. With the Hanged Man in reverse and the Four of Swords, Spirit is literally telling you to go within and see this from a different perspective. And I feel like this is like, have grace, or whenever I think of like getting to a higher ground spiritually, in the context of a relationship, it's kind of like getting beyond the lower self or the temptations to like want to feel petty or wanting to get karmic justice or like get even or something like that, and instead approaching it energetically, because it may not even include you like actually reaching out and approaching them, but more or less within you there's an opportunity for renewal. Interesting. I feel like I want to switch over to the angel cards and just kind of see what Spirit has here. The advice here, Spirit. I think you want us to see interesting. Two of Michael tried to pop out. Yeah, it's like Spirit wants you to see this differently. So if you're already doing this, like if you're already coming to a sense of like, I feel like it's peace. I'm going to be honest. It feels like renewed peace, and acceptance. Okay. So you've got Ace of Ariel and Five of Gabriel. Okay. It says, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Well, I don't, that's really confirming. Okay. It says, and then Ace of Ariel, it says, it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, and support, a change in job or promotion. There you have it, people. This reading has officially been about where you're going to the next level of your career, which means the next level of your money. Even if you're not necessarily seeing like this major windfall of abundance, like money coming in right now, it feels like you're taking steps into the building blocks of this thing. So some of you may be getting a raise, some of you may be like putting, it's like the money pieces are going to follow. But there's also this aspect of continuing to let go of whatever residual emotional strongholds, or like looking back at like why this didn't work out, or like, we have 10 of Cups here and the 5 of Cups that literally jumped out together. It's a strong message of like, this was supposed to, maybe you thought this was supposed to be a 10 of Cups situation, like a wish fulfillment with this person, marriage, kids, the whole 9 yards, maybe the house. I mean, these people look like I don't know, it looks like they live like in the desert or something, like Arizona or something like that, but they have a really modern home and there's like mountains and they've got like henna on their arms. I don't know, tie-dye and stuff. It just feels like maybe you really saw this person as your person. But what Spirit is saying, as this person actually came in to help you find yourself, to help you come into greater union with yourself. If there was any type of like codependency or anything about the self that was out of alignment with this higher role that you're supposed to be stepping into, that's very destined and very led by spirit. Literally, this person came in to help create this. Like the tower, you know what I mean? Like to destroy it, and you have that here double time here. So if you are sitting here going, oh my God, my foundation as I knew it has been blown to smithereens, and because of this person, like this person is a catalyst for that, spirit's wanting you to go back in and tune in deeper with your guidance team, to tune in and go, it's almost like as if you're asking the question, you're saying, Spirit, show me why this had to happen this way. Not an easy question, but there's something in terms of your renewal that is very much so a big part of the catalyst for you to move into this new role, this mentoring role, passing on wisdom, refining a student's character. Some of you guys are leading people, leading youth. If I didn't mention that before, leading people, leading youth. It's a really powerful reading so far. Let's go to the tarot and see if there's any final advice before we close this thing out. Incredible. Okay, I've got a nice little stack here, so this should be a good message. Oh, yeah. Lots of information about new stability, new things to celebrate, graduation, crossing the finish line, getting free. It's this feeling of as soon as you step into this renewal, you have gone to higher spiritual ground with whatever this tower situation was, whatever this um, reroute from the 10 of cups that maybe you thought this was. This, once you step into that renewal, and it is going to require you to go within with the 4 of swords, you know, it's like spending time on your own and with spirit to really get the fullness of what it is spirit's trying to show you, because I guarantee this is probably going to be a part of what you teach your students moving forward. I think it's part of the wisdom. Okay, so then you have information coming in fast. Then you have movement and celebration and crossing finish lines and threshold. It's like things really start to pick up and move. This is a big catalyst to that, is what I'm getting. Okay, getting free here of overthinking, getting free. Oh my gosh, you guys, you've got the world. Oh, and I love this world card too. She's so beautiful. Walking away from things that no longer serve you, coming full circle here in the 8 of cups. And then you've got, you're really able to make these decisions. I don't know if you can see that with the light. Hopefully you can. But that's 7 of cups. So as soon as you allow yourself to step into this new alignment and this sense of renewal, you're on your way. That's the vibe. You're here. You're on the journey, right? And then it's a matter of learning as you go. Gosh, that's such a message right now in the collective, is like learning as you go. I almost feel like that's kind of different than in past timelines. I mean, yeah, learn as you go has always been kind of a theme, but it feels like it's really a theme right now. Like learn as you go. Making better decisions here in the 7 of cups and really coming full circle. Like some of you guys are really going to travel, like with the seeker, with the world, with the 8 of cups. There's even a boat in the distance here on the 8 of cups. Like I literally just noticed that right now. But some of you guys are literally going to be moving, like moving city, moving state, maybe moving country. I mean, you could be just moving offices from here to down the hall, but there does give a sense of like a lot of physical movement, and being able to discern what is going to be in your path, like what is aligned for you at this time. But this renewed sense of hope and release. Where's the star, right? Where's the star? That's the vibe. Release what happened here, because the ace doesn't show up, right? if this new sense of emotional connectedness and renewal and opportunity, it's like you have this opportunity to be even more connected to yourself and your spirit guides more than ever before. So I think that's a good place to leave the reading. I send you lots of love and encouragement. I keep looking at the seeker card. This is a journey. We are all on a journey. We're doing it together. Love you, and I'll see you in the next reading.